The world's best Disney resort has just announced they're getting into the cruise line industry. The Oriental Land Company, the owners of the Tokyo Disney Resort, have just signed a multi-billion-dollar agreement with Disney to bring a brand new, exclusive cruise ship to Tokyo. This is incredibly exciting, as a lot of people say that OLC does Disney better than Disney, and that the Disney Cruise Line quality of guest service and experience is already above and beyond their parks nowadays. So combining these can only be a good thing, right? Well, while these plans are incredibly exciting, not everything instills me with confidence and elation. As we've spoken about before, the Tokyo Disney Resort is not owned or operated by Disney. It is instead run by the Oriental Land Company under a licensing agreement. An agreement that nets Disney close to $1 billion every year. This licensing agreement is the reason why many believe that they simply do Disney better, because Disney can hold another company to a higher standard than they hold themselves. It's easier to make another company spend money to make your brand look good than it is to spend your own money doing the same thing. This partnered with the fact that guests expect higher quality products from Oriental Land Company in Japan, leaves us with incredibly built parks specifically designed with Japanese guests in mind. The Oriental Land Company has goals to grow and expand the business significantly in the decade leading up to 2030. We have already seen several components of this plan come to fruition. First was the new Fantasyland expansion for Tokyo Disneyland that saw Autopia replaced by a brand new Beauty and the Beast themed area, new theater, new Baymax ride, and most importantly, a new popcorn shop. Tokyo Disney Sea also saw some love with the opening of Soarin', but the largest addition for the 2030 goals so far opened just last month with the incredible Fantasy Springs expansion that saw 4 brand new original attractions all open on the same day. The next 6 years also won't be slow, with Tokyo Disneyland set to get a new Wreck-It Ralph attraction replacing Buzz Lightyear, a bizarre Groot-themed overlay for It's a Small World, and a brand new Space Mountain, which is already under construction, and is the only non-film IP attraction currently being built at any Disney park around the world, and the last since Soarin' opened at Tokyo Disney Sea in 2019. But this cruise announcement is the biggest project of them all, set to cost even more than the entirety of Fantasy Springs. So let's look at everything we know about the plans. The announcement from Oriental Land Company reads as follows. The Oriental Land Group has previously announced its goals for the year 2030 to contribute to our society and achieve long-term growth. As part of this effort, plans were being considered for a new business opportunity. The company reached a decision to enter into the cruise business in Japan and has concluded a license agreement with the Disney Company to bring the magic of Disney cruises to the market. This decision was based on the potential growth of the cruise market in Japan, the experience the company has gained in its theme park and hotel operations, and its strong relationship with the Disney Company, which will serve as a great advantage for this business opportunity. Which, all in all, is ultimately a very business-driven way of saying they saw potential growth in the cruise industry in Japan and wanted to tap into it. Cruising in Japan isn't as big as it is in the US or elsewhere around the world. Japan only has a couple of cruise ships currently permanently located in the country, all operated by companies you have probably never heard of. When it comes to cruising, Japan has mostly become a stopover destination on international cruise ships doing much bigger itineraries. Even with that all in mind, in all of July, only 3 international ships are visiting the 2 ports in Tokyo, Spectrum of the Seas, Diamond Princess, and Celebrity Millennium. This is what OLC is talking about when they say that the cruise market in Japan has huge potential growth. At one point, there were rumors that perhaps the Disney Adventure, set to be positioned out of Singapore and coming online next year, would visit Japan as well to hit that market. But OLC has decided to do their own thing instead. Oriental Land Company is set to build its own brand new ship, and won't be using any of Disney's existing fleet. The ship is set to start construction in the next 2 years, and they estimate it will begin sailing in early 2029. Set to cost 330 billion yen, it will have 1,250 staterooms that can hold around 4,000 guests, be staffed by 1,500 crew, and have a gross tonnage of 140,000. This is very similar to the recently launched Disney Wish, and that is because this ship is set to be constructed at the Meyer Werft shipyard in Germany and is going to be a sister ship to the Wish. Disney has stated that this new ship will feature many guest favorite venues and experiences from that ship, with select modifications specifically designed with Japanese guests in mind. While we don't know exactly what will stay and what will go, based on the popularity of Frozen at Fantasy Springs, it's a safe guess to say that Arendelle, a Frozen dining adventure, will definitely be one of the things carried over for this new ship. It is interesting to think about what may come to this ship, with Tokyo Disney fans going crazy for franchises that don't do as well elsewhere. Could we see a Duffy and Friends themed experience on the ship? I sure hope so. While it's incredibly exciting that OLC is getting into the cruise ship game, it's a shame that they're doing so with a sister ship to the worst received Disney Cruise Line ship. Hopefully with the fact this ship isn't being built for a couple more years, they can fix the known issues, as well as bring everything up to the standard we expect from OLC and DCL. At this stage, the new ship will do short cruises from the Tokyo area, and whilst it would be super neat to have them leave from the Tokyo Disney Resort area, my guess is they will most likely use the underutilized cruise ship ports that already exist around the Tokyo area. The city of Tokyo, for the most part, seems to be very welcoming to Disneyland, so fingers crossed that even if it uses existing infrastructure, they have the opportunity to add some classic Tokyo Disney flair. Of course, don't get too excited about the opportunity to check out this brand new ship, as even once it opens, it is likely to be sold out for years and years. Fantasy Springs just opened at Tokyo Disney Sea, and the Miracosta and Fantasy Springs hotels, both a part of that park, are sold out as far as you can book in advance. The land is also incredibly difficult to get into, and requires spending a lot of money or waiting outside the park for hours before it opens. The parks no longer have annual passes, but that doesn't stop some guests from literally camping outside the parks just for the chance to get inside early. I guarantee it will take sweat, tears, and way too much time spent on your computer to get a chance to board this brand new ship. Disney Cruise Line is already the pinnacle of the company in my eyes when it comes to guest experience and service. And to a lot of people, those are things OLC does better than Disney themselves. So I'm incredibly excited to see what happens when these two companies combine again. Because last time OLC and Disney worked together on a giant project, we got the world's best theme park out of it in the end. And in 5 years, I'm sure I'll find out what it's like, as my wife has already informed me this cruise will be a part of our 2029 vacation plans. But over to you. What are your thoughts on this shock announcement? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like what we do, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Our goal is to finally crack 100,000 subscribers this year, and we'd love your help. For Review Time, I'm Luke. Thanks for watching.